All right, students, when you click on your link for your Nutrition Analysis Tool, you should have a page open that looks like this. And I'm going to show you exactly how we are going to use this tool and exactly what to do. So the first thing where it says step 1, you need to go ahead and enter your personal information. And the main thing is just your age and gender. So you can be a male or a female. Most of us are around 14 to 18, so we'll start that. And then step 2, you're going to go ahead and start adding foods. So you have your list of foods that you ate in a 24-hour period, and so you'll start out, maybe I usually try to start with breakfast, and I'm going to put in orange juice, and you can see how it popped up there. So I'm going to click on Add Food, and then you'll notice that a list of everything that has the word orange and juice in it comes up. And so, you know, most of us didn't have any of these things, baby food, and so we need to scroll down until we find exactly what it was that we had. And notice it says some of them are from frozen concentrate. That's the kind that you buy in the freezer section and then you add water to. So if they were made with frozen concentrate, then you would select one of those. If it was canned, unsweetened, chilled, includes from concentrate, and that's probably closest to what I had. So there's a lot of different options. You may not be able to find the exact one you're looking for, but find what you think is going to be the closest nutritionally to what you had, and that's going to make the most accurate nutrition analysis. So once you find that, click Add Selected Food, and you'll notice that that button occurs several times. It doesn't matter which one that you click. So just click one, and then the page will come up with where it says serving size and number of servings, and it should have what you've selected. Orange juice includes from concentrate. So it should be what you selected. So go to serving sizes, and then if you click on the down arrow here, you've got several options. You know, if you want to do it by ounces, pounds, grams, if you know you had a cup or a liter, or you know, what have you, a pint would be 2 cups. Or if you know you had, this says 1 fluid ounce, and by the way, this ounces and pounds, that's weight, and since we're talking about a liquid here, we need 1 fluid ounce. So if you had an 8-ounce glass, then you might choose ounces, and then over here where it says number of servings, you want to put however many you had. So if you had 8 ounces, you would put 8. And so I had 8 1-ounce servings, which is really just 1 serving, but that's the way we listed it. So we're going to add this amount now by clicking that button, and then it should show up like this. Now, if we look at that and we say, oh, wait, I did not have 8 ounces, I only had 4 ounces, you can change the amount right here. And so the next thing that you're going to do is add a new food. So if you had a biscuit, I'm just going to type in biscuit here. For breakfast, I can type biscuit and add food, and it's going to bring up every kind of biscuit, you know, possible. And it may even be, like here's at the very bottom, plain or buttermilk refrigerated dough. There's wheat biscuits. There may be some that, you know, there's a lower fat dough or plain prepared from a recipe. There's even one that's prepared from a mix. Let's see, here we go. Biscuits plain or buttermilk from a dry mix. So you just need to scroll through and find the one that's closest to what you had. And so we'll just pick, let's say we had a fast food. We had a biscuit with egg and, okay, this looks good. A biscuit with egg and ham. That's closest to what I had. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to add selected foods. And you're just going to continue. Then you've got to select your serving size, and you'll notice that when we select biscuit, we still have our ounces, pounds, and all. We don't have any liquid measurements because this is not a liquid, but we do have one biscuit. So usually down at the bottom, it'll let you select an option of by the each. So we're going to say we had one biscuit, and so we're going to add that. And we would just keep listing until we had all of our foods listed for the day. So you would have an entire list. And remember, be sure and add the beverages you drank and the snacks that you ate. Everything counts. And the more accurate you are with what you enter, then the more accurate your analysis is going to be. Some foods you may need to break up. So let's say I had cashew chicken for dinner, and my cashew chicken had broccoli in it. Well, when I go to add cashew chicken, it says there were no matches. Please try again. So I'm going to try, let's try cashew first of all and see if I can find something that has cashews. Okay, let's see. So I just have my cashews, just the nuts. So mine were in the recipe, so I'm just going to have to guess, and I'm going to have to add everything that was in that recipe separately. So I'm going to say I had cashews with nuts, and they were probably dry roasted. So I'm going to add this food, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to figure out, I probably had, they were wholes and halves, and this is 1 cup. I didn't have a whole cup, and so an option is I could go back to tablespoons, and I know 16 tablespoons in a cup, and I don't think even had a half a cup. So 4 tablespoons in 1/4 of a cup. So if I probably had 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to add that amount. Clicking add, and then I've got to go in and I've got to add my chicken. And so it's going to come up with every possible way the chicken. So I've just got to choose the one that is closest to what I had. And there's, you can scroll and scroll and scroll to find exactly what you had. And I had, the chicken that I had was chicken breast. So now, here's one thing I might do, because there's so many different options. So I might just go back and add, instead of saying chicken, I might say chicken breast, and see if that narrows down my options a little bit. Okay, so now I come straight to, and you can see these are my only options for chicken breast. So that makes it a little bit easier if you can get a little more specific, but still not too so specific that it's not there. So I had cooked, okay, mine was kind of stewed, so we're going to go with this option. We're going to add the food. All right, and again, I've got to choose how many ounces I had, and it was probably 1/2 of a breast, and that's usually the easiest way to do it. So I had 1. If you had a whole breast, you could make it 2 servings, and 1/2 twice would make it count as 1 whole breast. Okay, so that I can look. I'm not adding all of them because I'm just trying to show you exactly how you would do it. I would go back and add broccoli. Once you get all your food added, then you're going to click the button that says Analyze Foods. And once you go to your Analyze Foods, you're going to get results that look like this, okay? That give you some specific totals. If you click on this Display All Nutrients, then you're going to get a bigger selection. It says the database listed on this page is 95 to 100% complete. So we might wait a few minutes until it's more complete, because this is missing a few items, which means they may be there or just may not be showing up. So once you get to this point, you've entered all your foods and you're doing your analysis. You're going to use your snipping tool the way we've done before. Before you snip, you have got to get the whole chart on your page. So what I'm going to do is do the best I can to make sure everything is showing up on my page. Alright, so I'm going to snip, click on New, and I've got my little tool, so I'm going to come down, and once I've highlighted it, here it is in my box, and you can check and make sure that it's all there. I get all the way down, well, I can't see it all. Let's just look, and then I'm going to come up here to copy. So I'm going to go up to the top of my page, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it onto a Google Doc. So I'm going to open up my Google Docs here. Alright, so I've opened up my Google Doc and I'm going to paste it. Alright, and it should all be there, and then the easiest thing for me to do is go ahead and hit that return button. I'm going to go back to my Nutrient Analysis Tool, and there's two other things I want you to snip and paste. And if you look on Display Individual Nutrients, click that button and you're going to get two things. You're going to get two charts, and I want you to snip both of these. And you may, if you can't snip the whole thing in one snip, you may have to make it two snips. But snip it and paste it over to your Google Doc, and then make sure you go back, and at the top you can resize these. Make sure you can still read them, but if you want to fit them on the page, you can make them smaller by dragging a corner. And I want you to type your name across the top of the page and the date, so we'll know exactly what date you had these particular items. And then you're going to be ready to turn it in. And we'll be using this for some assignments, but we'll start with just getting the analysis done. Okay, let's get started.